Ladies and gentlemen, it's What's the Odds with Steve Ranazizi. Happy Thanksgiving. It's what is it? Yeah, it's November 24th, Wednesday, 2021. It is our Thanksgiving episode. We will have a fantastic I just saw a child run by. Sorry. I'm going to be distracted. We're going to have a fantastic eating contest at the end of this. It's going to be one for the ages. I brought in some ringers. There's children here chomping at the bit, ready to eat. Some of them have planned out like their breakfast. Some of them have eaten lunch already, and they're just so arrogant they think they could just also consume this as well. It doesn't matter. My back is still killing me. I'm wearing what?
Have you fasted for this?
No, dude. I had a breakfast sandwich this morning that would have choked.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, dude. Bacon, egg, and cheese on a sesame bagel, double fried egg. I mean, come on now. Come on, it's Thanksgiving, dude.
Hour 17 of my fast.
Oh my God, for real?
Yeah.
Wow, you're taking this seriously, dude. I'm like Rocky Balboa.
Yeah, dude.
I'm coming with a bad injuries, coming straight off the bench. I'm gonna take this.
That wasn't what Rocky is about. Rocky worked his ass off.
No, he was busted up, dude. He wasn't like in his prime. He never got a shot in his prime.
Are we talking about Rocky 1 or Rocky 8?
Rocky 1, dude. Rocky 1. Look at Rocky 1, dude. He was really supposed to be like the reason why, because it did so well. That's why they made more Rockies. But really, the story was like he was sort of like not just a hard worker, never really amounted to anything, probably past his prime, and then he beat Apollo Creed or tied him. And then the movie did so well. They're like, well, we got to make more. What?
He lost in Rocky 1, but he won spiritually. He was able to stand toe-to-toe with the guy.
Yeah.
But he also didn't eat a gigantic breakfast sandwich right before the fight.
He ate a lot of eggs. A lot of eggs.
He drank a lot of eggs, Steve.
He didn't eat a lot of dicks like your football team did this weekend, dude. Now, look, my football team did on Monday night, and then we got smart and started firing.
That was a huge disappointment, by the way.
Yeah, I would say. What are you talking about? Are you going to deflect?
I'm talking about well, they were both disappointing, but the Bills are still making mistakes on offense. They have the right side of their line was on the COVID list. It was the first time they were healthy since the start of the season, but they have COVID, so they're out. And they were making stupid penalties, kept the Colts on the field, and then Jonathan Taylor was doing Jonathan Taylor things. The guy's incredible.
The guy is.
What can you say? He had one of the greatest single performances for a running back in the history of football. But are the Bills down and out? No, not yet. We've got lots of games. We're in second place, but that's fine. Steve, they are fine. The Patriots are on a 5-game winning streak against really bad opponents. Their schedule gets harder, and now the Bills' schedule will also get harder, but we'll get to see if they're for real or not.
Look, the reason you guys shouldn't be completely panicked, but honestly, yes, you should be hitting the panic button. Absolutely, you should hit the panic button.
I'm not panicked. They're 6-4. I'm disappointed that they're not 8-2.
Bro, the only reason you aren't panicked.
We know what they're capable of.
You have 2 games in front of you against the person in front of you. You have 2 games against the Patriots in front of you, so you can still beat them both those games and then win, and that's it. So
exactly,
that's what. But it is not trending well. It is trending poorly for you guys. I mean, I'm not saying you should have beat the Colts, but you shouldn't have gotten whooped by the Colts.
No, and I'm not looking forward to Hard Knocks this week.
Oh, I know. I was like, holy cow! What a team! What a decision to pick. I'm just saying, like, they are like kind of riding the ship and figuring things out, and the quarterback situation and the coach that's kind of turning things around. The running game. This guy, I mean, Jonathan Taylor, I guess is trying to have one of those, I remember those LaDainian Tomlinson years where you're like, oh, he's going to get $2,000, or there's Adrian Peterson years where it's like, oh, 2,000 yards or something real close to it, or 200
I don't know if he'll do it this year, but in his career, he'll probably, because we have that extra game, if he stays healthy, he'll probably break the single season record.
Absolutely. I mean, it's incredible the way he's running and the speed and the holes he's hitting and the vision that he has right now. So it's a tough team. I wouldn't want to play them later on, but you don't have to worry about that anymore. This Thursday, you have on Thanksgiving, you have you have turkey to worry about tomorrow. You've got family and friends talking about politics and the Rittenhouse case. I'm sure your family is upset about that, Brenton. And now you've got the Bills to actually, wouldn't it have been nice to win that game and just go, look, I mean, I know we're going to win, but I really don't have to be glued to the you have to be glued now to the television because you need to know every single play is very important because you lose tomorrow, problems.
Well,
right?
the Colts are going to be pretty shorthanded on offense, it looks like. So if they lose tomorrow, yeah, I'll be panicked. If they lose to a team that's missing their entire offense, because Kamara didn't practice yesterday. Ingram didn't practice yesterday. Troutman is out for a while with an MCL sprain. They have no receivers. Michael Thomas is done, and Trevor Simeon's their quarterback. So
correct me if I'm wrong.
If that defense gives up a ton of points to that offense, yeah, I'll be panicked.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't the New York Giants beat the Saints?
They did, yes.
Wow, interesting. That would be something, right? The team the Giants beat, the Bills couldn't beat. That would be something.
Hasn't happened yet, Steve.
I hope not. And just for your sake, I mean, I'll be digesting fine. Me, Jason Garrett, we'll be eating our meals. We know what's what. We know that it's not our year. It's not going to be our year. It's not going to be our generation. Let's put it that way. So, and so that's it. And once you come to terms with that, that's going to be fine. It makes it better. But
can I deflect a little bit? Can we talk about how bad Saquon Barkley looked? Are you worried about him and his future? Because he did not look good. You can't look at that game and tell me, oh, Saquon looked, and that was without Vita Vea.
I have to say,
like 16 yards rushing or something, and he looked slow.
Well, look, I have to say, I always thought that we were going to get what we got, like what the Colts are getting with Jonathan Taylor, that a very good rookie season. And then like, let's go 3 years in a row where you're like, oh, this guy is going to be an MVP candidate every single year. And unfortunately for us, we got an incredible first season and then 2.5 injury riddled seasons after that. So I'm not saying the best is behind him. This is still, I'm sure he can still run the ball really, really well. But I think that, is it surprising? Do I still wish, it sucks. We got gypped on that front. We never got to see a really strong first 2 years, 3 years, Saquon Barkley. Everyone knows when you're in the NFL, like that's when you're 4 years for a running back. What's the average lifespan of a player? It's like 2.5 years, something like that.
Yeah, and running backs at 27 fall off. So he's what, 24, 25 now?
Yeah, and he could still have 2, 3, 4 incredible years. And I hope that, and I hope he's wearing a Giants jersey doing it. But to answer your question, does it surprise me that he's not running well? No, unfortunately not. No, because I would have thought had he, if he's playing 4 or 5 games in a row of healthy football, and then he has a bad game, maybe, but between the offense, not, him not practicing, I'm sure as much as he can, they limited everything. And the fact that the offense, when you fire your offensive coordinator, I'm not going to put all the blame on that, but obviously things are not working. Things are not right. So you have to you can lay some of the blame on Saquon Barkley, but you got to lay some of the blame on Jason Garrett and or, Joe Judge and whoever else is trying to figure out what plays to run and when to run them. Because some of the play calling was very baffling to me. It didn't make any sense. But again, I'm not going to sit here and say that, I'm like angry. Anger would come from when you're like, when the Yankees were getting bad, where it's like, no, everything's been put into place. You've been given all the pieces and all the toys and now what the fuck is wrong? This I kind of expected. This I saw. And unfortunately, the fan base has come to expect this. And this is what it is. And until they show something different, it's like, okay, so they fired Jason Garrett. Great. Okay. So that's not going to be the end of it. So we're going to get trickle down, and then they'll fire Joe Judge. And then maybe they fire Gettleman in the offseason. To me, it's like, it's going to be piece. That's the only way it can be. It's got to all be done at one, it's got to be done this year. So hopefully it starts now and it ends with all those positions getting fired and you bring in a whole new thing. And that's the way it has to be, because you can't keep one guy and blame everybody. I mean, if they're going to look to try to make just Jason Garrett the scapegoat, I don't think it's going to work
No.
at all. So,
But good for the rest of the NFC East actually playing competitive football. Other than Dallas had a stinker, but I mean, Washington's playing well, and the Eagles are suddenly surging a little bit.
yeah, the Eagles, that was probably the most surprising performance that I'm like, oh, they put it on them, and they put
a 40 burger up. But if you look at last season, Jalen Hurts did the exact same thing to him.
And he looked good.
He looked really good.
He looked really, really good. Good decision making.
They've changed their entire offense in the last 4 or 5 weeks, where they're not making him make all the plays, and he's barely throwing. They're running the ball 43 times a game, which is by far the most in the NFL. So they've taken a lot of pressure off of him. Now he's not making mistakes. And all of a sudden, when we were talking a few weeks ago about one of the games, and the Chiefs game where they were trying to keep pace, but they were kicking field goals or they were turning the ball over, he was trying to make throws, and now they're just running it down people's throats, and they're doing really good. They might catch Dallas. What if Dallas loses?
I was just wrong about Dallas. I thought that this was their week to show up. Look, when I said it, I threw a lot of chutzpah on it, as our Jewish friends say, because I wanted to make a point that I thought that they could possibly go out. But, I was like, oh, and they did. They didn't even show up. I was really surprised. As much as they showed up the week before, Dallas did not show up this week.
I was also wrong. Their offense didn't show up, but their defense actually played great. And I've been down on their defense. Their defense played phenomenal.
I mean, Diggs didn't get an interception.
They were never out of that game.
No, Micah Parsons really, really kept them in their game. Strip sack.
Mm-hmm. Mahomes didn't throw a single touchdown, and he was around 250 yards, maybe.
It was great.
So it wasn't a great game for him.
And Philadelphia, you're right. They could catch up. They could steal it. I mean, and Washington played well too. It's like, fuck. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, the Bills not showing up, or at least, I mean,
we gotta get the right side of the offensive line back, and we've got to stop making stupid penalties. And the biggest turn. Did you watch the Bills game?
No.
So at the end of the first half, we were going to get the ball back down by 2 scores, and we were also getting the ball to start the second half. And Isaiah McKenzie fumbled the kickoff, and the Colts got it at the 2-yard line. And then scored on the next play. So then we were down by 3 scores. So that was like a huge shift of momentum in the game right at the end of the half.
Really?
And our offense, with 50 seconds left, did drive down the field, but then Tyler Bass missed like a 50-yard field goal. So it was a couple of bad mistakes and then a lot of stupid penalties. And, the right side of the line is out. They haven't been complete in like 5 weeks. And that's affecting
a couple of
Allen's
picks I've
timing.
seen Josh Allen throw, though. Just don't. It doesn't look like he. I mean,
it's because
some of them look like, where the fuck is that ball going? Where's that?
He's rushing. He's rushing, Steve, because he doesn't have time, because he's getting blitzed from the right side. If you watch like the second half of that game, they made adjustments, and he's literally rolling to his left almost every play against his throwing arm because he has no time on that side.
But are the plays designed? So you're saying the offensive line's breaking down on that side consistently, so he's got to move to the other side.
They have backups in. The 2 starters were out with COVID. Before that, they had been injured in various ways. So it was never the 2 of them together since the start of the season. So hopefully they get healthy. They're back. You've
got to in your heart know that when it comes down to a team situation, because that's what it's going to take, a team to win this thing. It's going to take the backups. It's playing well on games that they're called on last minute. It's good. Who do you think? And that, to me, that all goes to preparation. And what I think you guys should fear the most is that the team breathing now on top of you used to be behind down your neck, but now it's on top of you. They are the most prepared team in football 99% of the time. One of their strengths, every team, Bill Belichick will have the backups ready to go. Everyone on that team will be ready and prepared to play that game. So when it comes down to last minute COVID, people have to get, starters, blah, 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 blah. It's going to be tough to beat them or try to stay with them. They're not going to use that as an excuse. So that being said, going forward, you still can beat them twice. I would say you're probably favored both times. Talent wise, yes.
Yeah, and I think we're a 6-point favorite in New Orleans this week.
Well, you guys want to get to it, and then we can fucking do this eating contest, so then I can have a proper fucking lunch. By the way, I want to say
this.
Yeah.
What? What'd you say?
Well,
Brent?
if you're still placing bets before we start this, and Steve's planning on eating after this, I would take the under on him eating 6.
I'm not planning on eating after this, but I just I don't want this to be my lunch. I've got like a lunch planned in my mind. I used the smoker yesterday, so I've got some leftover meat and I want to get a hands on.
How?
What?
Oh my God.
Oh, I want to thank everyone that came to the Dr. Grins in Michigan this past weekend. There was a fun weekend. Thursday, Friday sold out, Saturday sold out. They're all great. Fun crowds. That Bob is an alcoholic's dream, and it's crazy. It's 4 levels of just pure mayhem. So fun time. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Some podcast people gave me some shout outs, so thank you very much. And also, if you're in the Fort Wayne, Indiana area, it's a brand new comedy club, and I apologize, I don't know the name of it offhand, but I'll be there New Year's Eve. So Fort Wayne, if you Google Fort Wayne, Indiana comedy, Steve Renazizi, New Year's Eve, you'll find it. Okay, it's not that fucking hard. The 30th, the New Year's Eve, and the 1st, I'll be doing shows. Other ones are at steverenazizi.com. Everything is steverenazizi.com. Just go to that. All right.
Good luck spelling it.
It just start to put it in RANN, and then Google takes care of everything else. So whatever fucking search engine you use.
All right, I got these pulled up. What's interesting is, and I noticed this has probably happened before, but we have 3 games tomorrow, and every single team coming in has lost badly in the previous week.
Really?
So everyone's going to try to have a bounce back.
By the way,
Bears.
Who was right about Arizona? Thank you very much. Even without Kyler Murray.
You were.
Yes.
I'm worried about.
I was as wrong
Wilson.
about that.
I mean, I guess
them.
he still can't grip the ball because he looks like shit.
He sucks.
That team's in trouble.
Well, that's why they got the Washington football team in Seattle at a push, and I'm like, give me WFT all day long at home. Plus, Seattle's got to fly. Unless where they play last week? They played at they were home, right? No, they were on the west.
No, they played Arizona.
They got to go all the way to the East Coast.
Yeah, and that's a pick 'em.
And they're not they're not they'll have a light run through on Thursday, but it's not the normal week for them practice wise. Give me WFT all day long. Oh, speaking of that, did you see the Guardians? I mean, the Cleveland Guardians now are the Guardians. The Indians are now the Guardians. First day, they put the team sign together. They put the team shop together at the ballpark, right? Guardians on the thing. The sign fell down and smashed into 100 pieces. Only thing would have been better if it killed someone. Or actually, it'd only been better if it killed an actual Indian. If it killed an actual Indian who was there, I'm just saying it would have been worse. If an actual Native American was walking underneath that and the Guardian sign smashed the Indian and killed him.
No.
Can I have fun things once in a while, Brendan?
That's not a fun thing. That's a horrible, horrible thing to wish upon someone during the holiday season.
Some of my competition is coming in to get. What are you here to? Oh,
wait, is he eating right now?
Yeah. What do you? He's eating a chocolate chip cookie. Dude, how are you preparing for this contest? Is this not my son?
Oh my God!
You're supposed to save your. Brenton, when's the last time you ate?
It's been 17 hours, Steve.
17 hours.
I'm very hungry.
This guy's got chocolate chip cookie bread.
He's gonna win.
Go upstairs. Tell mom to start preparing the plates. We're gonna do the introduction soon.
Okay? What an athlete!
Hold on. Who do you think? Grab the mic. Who do you think's gonna win?
Oh, this is easy. Brenton.
Really? And he's in the contest.
Game respects game,
Brenton.
Steve.
All right, go tell mom that we're gonna get ready soon. Oh, another competitor. All right. I definitely like.
He's gonna come down here eating a burrito.
Yeah, Washington over Seattle is my lock of the week for sure.
That's a very good pick, and it's a pick 'em, so that's phenomenal.
Excuse me. Do you have any games that you feel completely passionate about the way I do?
I have two.
All right, go for it.
One you'll like, one you won't like. I like the Ravens at home against the Browns. Baker Mayfield playing injured is not helping Cleveland at all. And if you watch after he barely beat the Lions, he was getting booed at home.
Yeah.
He walked off the field, didn't say anything to anybody, teammates or otherwise, skipped his media day. And the next day, his comments were pretty fuck you to the fans. Like, oh, the same, like, why didn't you address the media and talk about, oh, well, you know, the same fans that were booing me while we were on offense trying to operate, those fans. So he's got a bad attitude. He's playing hurt. It's affecting his game. It's affecting that team. And Lamar Jackson's going to come back from being sick and just run all over him. Ravens are playing good on defense. They're playing good on offense. Even with Huntley, they were still moving the ball. They just had a couple of mistakes that Jackson probably wouldn't make. And I think the Ravens easily cover the 3.5 and win by a touchdown.
All right. I mean,
I also like the Bills. Bills are going to smash the Saints. Go Bills.
Oh boy. I knew you were going to wrap that into it. And I'm not going to say I'm going to go against you because honestly, you know, in your heart, both of you know in your hearts,
they're a better team than they've been playing.
You should smash the fucking Saints. You should. Because, and it's a game that everyone's going to want to watch too, by the way, because look, nobody gives a shit about the Lions anymore. And they're so fucking bad that they should take them off this game. No, I mean, like, let the poor Lions have Thanksgiving.
Take away. No, you can't take it away from it. That's all they have left.
Bro,
one.
Bro,
two,
those people want to eat with their families. For God's sakes.
They added a third game. So you still get two good football games. And then the Lions are there too.
But that's what I'm saying. And who's Dallas playing?
Dallas is playing Las Vegas.
That could be a good game. It shouldn't be. Dallas should beat the shit out of them, really.
Yeah.
And so it should be
Dallas
over early.
Favored 7.5.
So I'm saying if people want to watch good football, this is the game they're going to look to see. So you guys better show up. And you know you should show up. So don't tell me next week when we get on. I don't want to hear I got to be the bad cop on the Bills again, Brenton.
I'm not panicked.
I need you being Mr. Bad Cop.
Look, I know they lost by 52 points, but I'm not panicked. We're gonna bounce back this week against the Patriots.
It's go
I know
time
we committed
on that, dude.
31 penalties, but we're only gonna have 12 this week. It's gonna be fine.
I'm just saying this is it. And then after that, don't you have the Patriots the week after, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is it, bro.
But we'll get the extra 3 days to prepare for them and rest up. So we will have a mini bye week to their regular week.
Okay. All right. What other? So those 3 games. Lucas, do you have any games you're
well, I didn't add the Bills on there. I'm just gonna add the Ravens.
You were going to. Okay.
I'll add the Bills.
Yeah, I mean you should. You should. You're right.
All right.
You should.
Yeah, they're playing the Saints. I don't even think that game should be good. They should beat the shit out of the Saints.
It's at home for the Saints.
Especially if the Saints are missing Kamara and Ingram. I mean, what are they going to do on offense with Trevor Siemian? Taysom Hill's going to run the ball every play?
Yeah, the Bills still have the best pass ranked defense in the league. I mean, don't forget that. As much as they're imploding, their pass defense is still – they still haven't given up, I don't think, like 200 yards even. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They're going to come down now? Donuts are coming down. All right. Just put them on plates over there. Don't touch the plates. No one's throwing up. Just put that over there. Chokes. Everyone can get a glass of water.
Jesus.
Get water. And then also, I don't know. You have to make sure there's 25 on each plate.
I stretch out my mouth.
Brenton hasn't eaten in 17 hours. You know, this guy came down eating a chocolate chip cookie. He already had a munchkin, and that doesn't count towards your total. This guy's like the guy that shows up to the Comedy Store patio, and he's like, goes to get a drink, and you're like, hey, just to let you know, it's a 2-drink minimum inside. And he's like, don't you worry about me, okay? I got that handled inside. I'm starting on my own stuff outside. All right, so let's. What do we have as far as our picks for Lucas? You got to do yours. Did you have any?
So we have the Bills -6, the Ravens -3.5, but I could also move us off that half hook, and it would be -130 instead of -110, which I think I'll do.
Okay.
So then, you know, if they win by a field goal, we still push. And then Washington as a pick 'em against Seattle.
I mean, I guess with those three, it'd be what, 380? 420?
Let's see. So those three. Oh, why is the line changed? Why are you doing that to me? Okay, I
Yes,
gotta
three-
do that again. The line has changed, so let me submit it. The line has
Wait,
changed.
The
Okay.
time we
The,
just started talking about it.
The rate, yeah.
Damn, Vegas.
So
Holy shit.
that game is now, did they take it off the slate? Are
Yeah,
you kidding me?
Let me check the news if there's a COVID
Dude,
situation coming out.
Yeah,
or what.
something must have happened. They took it off. Let me try the retro book on BetDSI is shady. Let me try the sports book, see if it's still listed there. But something must have happened just now, and people are throwing their money at Baltimore.
You guys can come down here. You guys, I'm an old person. I need a chair. Tracy, don't you worry about my technique's gonna be.
Technique.
You guys still hear us?
The one game I was kind of looking at is
The line just moved to 4, but I'm still taking Baltimore.
Hey, can you guys hear us if the mics are down here? Can you still hear us? Hello?
yeah,
Yeah.
we still hear you.
All right, cool.
The line also moved. It doesn't matter. It's -1 now for Washington. And then the
They'll
Bills.
take it. Get it now, though. Lock it in before we have
Bills,
to.
yeah. Bills
They
are
prob-
-6. And then did you have a 4th game, Lucas, or you want to go with that?
I'll go with that. I was looking at New England over Tennessee, but
Okay, so we have Baltimore -4,
Uh-huh.
Washington -1, Buffalo -6. $50 will net us $315.04.
That'll do it.
okay.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. All right, let me
That'll
introduce
buy
my
a nice
competitors.
turkey dinner.
We've got right over here. You know him. You've heard him before. He's a ball hog on the podcast. Jonah Ranazizi.
Oh,
We also have my nephew over here, 18 years old, Luca Boucher, coming in hot. He's probably the odds-on favorite to win this thing. He has probably body fat, probably the smallest out of all of us. But actually, I take it. Hold on, we've got another dark horse over here coming in. Fan of the show, Christian Lambert, coming in hot over here. 17 years old. How old are you? 15? 15. Jonah, right over here. And then last but not, wait, is Josie going to do it or no? Oh. Oh, Jonah, how many are you going to take? All right. Yeah, we'll back in. And then hold on. You got to move down. Christian, slide down next to Jonah. I'm going to slide next to Jonah a little bit. You come over. You stand right there. And then Jackson will come in between us. All right. And then, oh, you're not doing it? Oh, boy. Oh, I'd vomit. Okay. It's just going to be the 4 of us. All right. And Brenton, you have your donuts? Okay. Are you sure there's
25
25
of
in there? All right. We're going to assume.
Do you want me to count them? Give me that box.
I believe you. Okay. Lucas, you're the judge. Start the clock.
I got this.
Wait.
What?
You're not eating, Lucas?
No.
When
says
did
no, he
that
said-
change?
He told us he was. No, he told us he wasn't. He said he just wanted.
Yeah.
Oh,
He doesn't
fucking
have it
A.
in him.
Yeah.
All right. You tell us.
I got. All right. Ready? How long? Wait. Time out. How long? 5 minutes? 2 minutes?
No, it doesn't
No,
matter.
we're
It's a
just-
sprint, but just tell us
Eat
when
the
to start.
bucket.
And also
All
watch
right.
to make sure everyone's eating. Like, look at the camera to make
And you're
sure.
gonna have
I'll
to do
be-
commentary.
focused
This is
here.
actually better because this was gonna be like the last 15 minutes of the podcast just chewing.
Should
you
we
can
put
do
on some
commentary.
music? Hold on. let's put
That
some-
might get flags, Steve.
Oh, I hate that. All right. We won't put music on. All right. Ready?
All right. So you ready?
Yep.
My money's on the 17-year-old Christian, but I'll be impartial. Sorry. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Eat. Oh, Jonah's going right in. I gotta say, Jonah's the fastest of the bunch.
Tony, you have to finish them. You can't just take bites of all of them.
Brenton's the only one using fluids. Gotta say, I'm surprised by that in a donut eating contest. No one is dipping it in water. Christian, I can barely see on the camera, but I'm sure you're killing it.
There you go.
18-year-old nephew, I think, is in the lead right now. Jonah's having none of it. Brent, you gotta catch up to Steve's nephew here.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
There you go. Steve has his Thanksgiving belt on. Jonah, Jonah, are you officially quit?
It's bad over there. He didn't prepare well. We knew it.
Get in the bucket.
Yeah. Jonah quit and Steve's losing his focus. 18-year-old nephew here, I think, is in the lead by far. It's either him or Breton. I guess Steve's eating 3 donuts this whole time. Breton's on probably number 12. Everybody's slowing down a little bit. We're almost at the 2-minute mark. All right, we officially crossed the 2-minute threshold. Steve, have you had a glass of water yet? You're the only one I haven't seen.
I'm almost done.
Oh my God, Steve's about to beat everybody.
How's he almost done? He's had like 8 donuts.
Dude,
He probably
I
has
them
Mickey-
all.
he has-
I'm crushing them together. Check the tape.
I'm guessing he has Mickey the dog under the table.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, you think?
I thought this was a race. I thought we were supposed
Bro, I'm not feeling good, bro. No, I don't know if you noticed what I've done.
Oh my God, did Steve win? There's no way he
No,
won.
get out of here, dude. I've been at it. You put one on there, I know.
Babe, you can do it. You
I
can
know.
do it.
I
No,
know.
you can.
These
You
are
saved
tough
the
though,
worst,
Trey.
bro. You saved the worst for last.
I
Put
had
it
to.
together.
I know.
Go, go.
These are good.
Brent's been quiet for a while, so I assume he's doing okay.
These ones suck.
These ones.
I mean, he's still,
What have you been doing? Brendan.
Brenton, I think you're probably winning. Steve's been,
Keep going. Keep going. We finally got the fingers.
Steve's going through some pain right now.
I don't know. I don't know.
No way.
Luke is close. He's right behind you.
Hurry
You
up.
better hurry.
Dad, you gotta chew.
I don't know, Luca. Oh, it's so, oh no, I don't know.
All right, we're almost at the 4-minute mark.
Both have 4 left. Oh my gosh. It's a tie. It's a tie.
He's got 4 left. He's getting sweaty.
It's not worth it.
Jump
Oh my God.
in, Dad.
Oh,
No, he's not.
oh my gosh, please don't choke.
Steve, drink some water, damn it. You won. You did it.
You're disgusting.
You just spit him out. You spit him out.
He spit him out. Steve lost to his nephew.
DQ. That's a DQ. You spit him out.
I did it.
Oh my God, you're so close.
Dad, come on. Eat. No drinking.
No drinking.
I'm calling myself out.
Smart, he's good, smart.
Let me chew.
Oh my God. Chewing. Eat. Go. Oh, I don't know.
There's no way. Is it a tie? I think he beat you, Steve.
I disagree. I think Steve takes it because he spit it out. You can't have stuff coming out. That's a DQ.
Oh, I thought Steve spit it out.
Well, did they both spit it out? Because otherwise I'm going to
Yeah.
finish my last 2 donuts and win this thing.
I didn't see anybody spit anything out. It looked to me like they
his
tied.
nephew was losing stuff.
And our
his
winner
nephew
is
seemed to-
Luca.
Yeah. I didn't see. I
What a
didn't see him
valiant
spit that.
effort. What a race.
Luca wins.
What was the final time?
I had 2 left.
It's
yeah,
5.5 minutes.
Aw,
5.5 minutes?
I
Man.
put my
Yep.
money on you.
First of all, I think we picked the right amount. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Nice.
Let's talk to the winner. Hold on. Not you, Jonah. You certainly are not the winner. You may be the audience winner tonight, the fan favorite, but you definitely didn't win the contest.
Hey, Steve,
Yes, go ahead.
I think you won.
Why?
Whoa.
What?
Because if you look at the rules of a competitive eating contest, we saw your nephew spitting stuff out. You can't have that
Then I
happen.
put it
That's
back
Yeah,
a
but then
DQ.
he put it back
I
in.
caught it in
And
my
plus,
hand and
I
put it
still
back
have
in.
like a 1.5 here. So I honestly, though, it was so when I looked over and I started laughing, it is very hard to chew, laugh, and not joke at the same time. So that's my biggest concern was surviving at the end and not choking with the big piece of,
Yeah, Jonah didn't help either. Coming over here.
But do you think you could have, if we did 30 or 50, that was the original number, could you have continued on? Because think about it. We only did it in 5 minutes, right? What was that, 5
Yeah.
minutes?
Yeah.
5
We
minutes.
give another 5 minutes because most of them are 10-minute,
Could I? Yes.
Yeah.
Would I?
not many
Maybe.
more. Probably not. I don't think I could have gotten much more down. Although maybe like
Steve?
another 10.
I don't know. If
He's
I
got
could do
your
that-
genes. We know how your genes get during a competitive eating contest
I
that goes
know.
on.
Oh,
I could have done another 10, but it would have been like another 10 minutes.
well, I wish we had something for you. We have nothing for you. We have no prize besides
The real
fact-
prize comes in about 8 hours.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and the way out. But
Yep.
we got plenty of bathrooms, so there's a lot of options. We've given you options.
I want to know.
Jonah,
how
we
many did the
understood.
17
Jonah, I don't think you understood the rules at all, considering you came down eating a chocolate chip cookie, talking smack to us. And you said you'd already had one and we're thinking about eating lunch. So thank you very much. That is the podcast for this week. We appreciate it. From our family to yours. Happy Thanksgiving. Tell your friends, tell them to rate, subscribe. What else are you supposed to do? Like, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you very much. And we'll talk to you next week.
Go
Go
Bills.
Bills.